The Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Tyrant Lizard King. We all know the name. For over 100 years, it's been the poster child for the ultimate predator. We've seen it in movies, we've read about it in books. A beast stretching around 40 feet long and weighing somewhere between 8 and 10 tons, with a bite force so powerful it could shatter bone with ease. Tyrannosaurus Rex was, without a doubt, the ruler of its domain, the apex predator of ancient North America. We've been told, time and again, that it was the most fearsome creature to ever walk the earth. But here's the thing, we've been looking in the wrong place. While T-Rex was stomping across the land, something far larger, and arguably much more terrifying, was ruling the oceans. New evidence has revealed a hunter so massive, it would have made the king of the dinosaurs look almost tame. So forget what you think you know about the T-Rex, because this was the true prehistoric monster. To find this creature, we have to leave the familiar world of the Cretaceous and jump forward in time to the late Miocene epoch, roughly 9 to 10 million years ago. The world was a different place back then. The oceans were warmer, and they were teeming with an incredible diversity of life. But all that life gave rise to some of the largest and most ferocious predators the planet has ever seen. And among these titans, one name stands out, a name inspired by a mythical sea monster and the most famous whale in all of literature. I'm talking about Leviathan Melville. The first part of his name, Leviathan, is the original Hebrew for the biblical Leviathan. The second part, Melville, is a nod to Herman Melville, the author of Moby Dick. And, trust me, this creature lived up to every single syllable of its monstrous name. So what exactly was Leviathan? It was a species of hypercarnivorous sperm whale. But you need to get the image of a modern sperm whale out of your head. Today's sperm whales are deep-diving suction feeders, mostly eating squid in the dark with their relatively small teeth. Leviathan wasn't a suction feeder, it was a killer. Let's start with the sheer scale of this thing. Based on its massive skull, scientists estimate Leviathan was somewhere between 13.5 and 17.5 meters long, or 44 to 57 feet. That's longer than a school bus and puts it in the same size class as a big modern male sperm whale. Mass estimates are trickier, but we could be looking at an animal weighing 30 to 50 tons. That would make it potentially several times heavier than even the biggest T-Rex. Its skull alone was a monster, 3 meters or nearly 10 feet long. Its mouth was a cavern, easily big enough to swallow a person whole. But size is just part of the story. A true monster needs weapons, and Leviathans were pure nightmare fuel. Unlike modern sperm whales, Leviathan had huge functional teeth in both its upper and lower jaws. And these weren't just any teeth. Reaching up to 36 centimeters, or 14 inches, in total length, they are some of the largest biting teeth ever discovered. To be clear, some animals have longer tusks, but for teeth actually used for biting and killing, nothing really compares. They were noticeably longer than a T-Rex's tooth. These were thick, deeply rooted daggers set in a robust, powerful jaw. The whole skull seems built for one thing: delivering a catastrophic bite. This was not a bite for delicately grabbing fish. This was a bite designed to kill large prey. Heavy wear patterns on the fossilized teeth show they were ramming into hard objects, pointing to a hunter that bit into the bones of his victims. Its hunting style was likely similar to a modern killer whale, but on a scale that's just staggering to think about. And what was it hunting? T-Rex hunted giants like Triceratops. Dangerous prey for sure. But paleontologists believe Leviathan hunted whales. It lived during a time when baleen whales were common, and many were medium-sized, around 7 to 10 meters long. These were likely Leviathan's primary targets. It was an apex predator that preyed on other massive sea mammals, chasing them down and delivering bone-shattering, flesh-tearing bites. It didn't just hunt fish, it hunted other giants. To make things even more interesting, Leviathan wasn't alone. It shared these waters with another famous monster, the Megalodon shark. These two colossal predators were the kings of the Miocene Ocean. We don't have direct evidence that they fought, but they almost certainly competed for the same food. It's hard to deny that the Miocene Ocean was arguably the most dangerous marine environment in Earth's history, a world ruled by monsters. Alright, let's settle this. We have the Tyrant Lizard King versus the Leviathan whale. Who was the true monster? First, the environment. T-Rex was the master of a two-dimensional world, bound by the ground beneath its feet. Leviathan ruled a three-dimensional kingdom, the open ocean, a world of crushing pressure and endless blue, where threats can come from any direction, above, below, or from the dark. The psychological terror of being stalked in that environment by a predator of that size is just hard to wrap your head around. Then, there's size and power. T-Rex was huge, no question, but Leviathan was likely in another league. At up to 57 feet and potentially over 50 tons, it probably outclassed the dinosaur in both length and, more importantly, mass. Buoyancy lets sea creatures get to sizes that are just physically impossible on land. Leviathan wasn't just an animal, it was a living battleship. Now, the weapons. T-Rex's bite was legendary, a devastating weapon, but Leviathan's entire skull was a weapon. Its 14-inch teeth were designed to punch through the thick blubber, muscle, and bone of other whales. While we don't have a precise bite force number, the skull's massive muscle attachments and robust build suggest a chomping power that could have rivaled the most powerful bites known to science. It didn't just crush bone, it was built to tear other giants apart. And finally, the prey. T-Rex was at the top of his food chain, but Leviathan changes what it even means to be an apex predator. It was, in all likelihood, a whale that ate other whales. Imagine a lion that regularly hunted elephants, and you're starting to get the picture. That represents a level of predation, a giant hunting, a giant that T-Rex just can't match. While T-Rex was the undisputed king of the land, its kingdom seems almost small when compared to the global, oceanic terror of Leviathan. The Tyrant Lizard King was a monster, absolutely. But Leviathan was a monster from mythology brought to life, a creature of biblical scale, a true Leviathan, ruling a world far more vast and terrifying than T-Rex ever knew. The title of Ultimate Predator isn't one you hand out lightly. For decades, T-Rex has worn that crown, its skeleton a symbol of raw power. But the history of our planet is long, and its oceans are deep enough to have hidden monsters that can dwarf even our most famous dinosaur. Leviathan, the killer sperm whale, with its colossal size, its unmatched dental weaponry, and a presumed diet of other whales, makes a chillingly strong case for being the most terrifying predator of all time. It's a beast so epic it almost feels made up, and it just goes to show you that for every monster we think we know, there might be another one waiting in the depths of deep time, ready to completely change our idea of what a monster can be. So, who do you think was the true prehistoric monster? Was it the Tyrant King of the land, or the Leviathan of the sea? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.